What's up, everybody? Tommy here, Math Productions Gaming, and this episode we're continuing on with using the Conquest mod to officially make our first custom settlement right there at Drumlin Diner. Where we left off from last episode, we had collected or purchased most everything that we needed to actually build us a workbench at our campsite. That's what converts the campsite to being an actual functional settlement. But we were short steel. We need a few more things to steal. We left one of our power armors at the Museum of Freedom anyway, so that's where we're starting out this episode, as we went back into Concord, and we're going to go back into the Museum of Freedom. But where the first time through, we just ran through, taking out the raiders, meeting up with Preston and company, getting up on the roof, and then getting out to the Death Claw. This time, we're going to actually go through, make sure we check everywhere that we can for any sort of container, and make sure that if there is anything useful inside it, we are absolutely going to pick up everything that we can. Whenever you're talking about using a custom settlement from Conquest, while they do function, I believe, if I recall correctly and if I read it right, not saying my comprehension's the best, but I think that it'll work like within the trade line, supply line system. So I think that with the custom settlements, we'll be able to connect all that with caravans, right? But what I have found out, where I stated before that nothing is scrappable, even with using Scrap That Settlement, once you place and establish those official custom settlements. And I use, again, the word official as in, like actually with a workbench, not, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, you'll see later in the video that randomly one type of specific item, once I set up the actual settlement, I was able to scrap. Super random. But yeah, we went through the Museum of Freedom from top or bottom back up to the top. We picked up our left power armor, and now we're going to head back to Drumlin Diner. I deposited every bit of resource that we had in a container back here. Go ahead and grab all that out. And now we have, I think, we should have got a whole bunch of steel in that. Oh, look, dude's still there. But now we should have everything that we need, so that way we can actually build a workbench. And again, once we build that workbench, the stuff that we built already, these tents and stuff like that, like all that goes away. It just, I don't know if you get the materials back. I don't know how that works. I've never looked that deeply into it. But once we place this workbench, the previous structures we built for the camp will go away, and now we'll have our official settlement. So Tommy, what about like a name? If it works in the trade supply line system, then it has to have a name, right? Or how does it represent itself in that? So it does get a name. Again, if I recall correctly, what you see on screen here is it's something about like the production team, the development team, and members associated with the team, associated with the game, and they their names are representative, or the settlements are named after that team, if you will. But you pick one. Again, there's like 8, I think. It was just on screen. I don't know. But you pick one, and now you have yourself an official settlement. We'll go ahead and put all of the rest of our resources in that workbench. And like I was saying, come back out. It was somewhere around here. Yeah, it was like right over here, right in that little divot that we had our little tents and our sleeping bag and stuff set up. Now it is not there. And with the workbench, check that out. If you hold down the select button on Xbox, opens up the build user interface, the build menu, just like if you were in a base game settlement. I'm not going to start my, oh yeah, and real quick, the green wall, you do get an actual build area, so it's not like wide open, it's contained. Again, it functions as I've read, and as we'll see through this playthrough, it functions as a normal settlement. I'm not going to start building up how we're going to have this settlement. I'm just placing a few pieces to show off that it does work, that you can move stuff around. It is finicky sometimes, just like any other settlement that you might be building at. But I think it's going to be a lot of fun building around Drumlin Diner, right? And all the other stuff that's around it. Here soon, I've teased it twice now, you're going to see on screen that here it's coming. Look, for some reason, we can't pick them up, but we can scrap those chairs. I don't know why. Those we can pick up because those would normally be pick upable. I don't think that box is normally though. But yeah, you can actually move the workbench here. I think that's kind of cool. And you can put down all your storage containers or anything else. Again, we're going to build up and around Drumlin Diner, just like it was a normal settlement. And where I said up, maybe a teaser or spoiler, but I think that's kind of what I'm going to play with whenever we start building here. No more spoilers in that. You'll have to potentially subscribe to the channel if you're liking what you're seeing so far, because we will get to it here soon enough. And there's tons more content, tons more mods to review on the way. If that sounds good to you, like I said, I hope you consider subscribing to the channel. But I also hope in the short term that you've enjoyed this video. We're pretty much going to stop here for the night, and we're going to pick back up in the morning. I want to unlock, if you will, some more settlements. Starlight Drive-In is right there, and we still have to go check out 10 Pines Bluff, right? So I hope you press that like button. Let me know in the comments down below what you think, and as always, I hope you take care.